What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Speed Without Engine, the place where fast-paced action meets pure fun. Get ready for some sick designs, crazy crashes, and tons of laughs. Let's go.
The craft right now, and they're about to launch off into outer space, hopefully beating the distance record already set. Here we go, and as expected, a great big splash into the Ohio River. They're looking for the ultimate opportunity on this human-powered flight, and like I said, just human power. No wings, no distance, but we'll have to see what the judges will say about this flight. Here off the flight deck, his face says it all. That's a lot of confidence going off this 27-foot flight deck. Do we have a lip reader? What did he just say? And it's an immediate bail off of the Sushi Dragon. Red Bull Flugtag, Cincinnati. I still want to know what he said right there. But he definitely got off the craft a little too soon. Maybe not as accustomed to dipping in the waters, but let's check in and find out what he thinks.
Figuratively and literally, the wheels are coming off right now. Oh my goodness. A push has become a drag. Oh, just fight your way out. Fight your way out. Live in the moment.
She just busts out of the house. It's like, no, I'm going off of this. I
Hell
should be
yeah.
lessons.
Hell yeah. Cincinnati, what do you think about that improv right there? She did what she had to do, Tina.
This is so great. Nope, I'm doing this. Here we go. And into the water. That is the Buffoons out of Columbus, Ohio. Look at the look on her face.
Atop the wings, aboard a big wave. This one looks like it's gonna get some distance. Let's see how they fly. And it's a big splash into the Ohio River. Wait, he knows something about getting in the water and keeping those 2 feet atop the board. Now, he can't be too happy about breaking his craft, but when you stick the landing like that, you gotta think that the judges are gonna award points for creativity and execution in a big type of way. Also, National Model Aviation Day. That's some good karma right there. Our pilot is atop the big B side. It's looking a little front heavy, but we're gliding, we're flying, and we're splashing too soon. But I had high hopes for this team breaking a record here at Flugtag. An impressive 45 feet off the 27-foot flight deck. Domino, how did it feel? Since kindergarten 15 years ago. Kind of impressive. Electrical, computer, and civil engineers take flight here at Flugtag. The distance wasn't as great. The team colors in support of Ocho Cinco on point. However, it didn't quite fly as far. Even though Chad signed the craft before it took off, it wasn't enough to get the distance we thought they might have. Let's check in on their 33 feet of flight. This is a massive wingspan on this craft for our high flyers, and let's see how they take off from the flight deck, and it looks like, oh no! Not only does the wingspan crack in half, but we've also cut their distance in half from last year. They broke a record last year, winning at 66 feet. This one tallies in at half of that, 33 feet for Flight for Your Right to Party. Now, maybe it's that strict diet of all cheese and Flugtag. These Phoenix Arizonians are in their 3rd competition here, so they've got the experience to ride and fly high, encouraging that craft along, and it looks like as they hit the water and into the waters of the Ohio River. Check out this replay. I love that he's like smacking the craft. 1, now 2 perfect landings as these crafts hit the water. It didn't quite go as far as they thought it might have, flight, but definitely a lot of creativity and showmanship for this team. Cheesiest craft that we have yet in the competition. They're about to take off, take flight. Cincinnati, do they have what it takes? It's a smooth landing into the waters, not too bad.
They claimed they were going to fly all the way to that boat. They came up a little bit short.
You know, everybody's talking the talk, but these guys definitely back-skipped the walk portion of it right there. You'll see it once again. The craft's tail ended up dipping and going in backwards. My goodness, a rough landing for the pilot right there.
Then our last craft, the food theme here. I'm loving it. It's tasty, it's delicious, but will it fly far? It's looking like they're straight down the ramp, And oh no, they take a hard right, launching off the side of the flight deck. That's gonna cut their flight a little bit short. Pilot seems okay, but we haven't seen anyone veer off to the side like that, nearly coming all the way off that red barrier. We're gonna take another look at it. Certainly a fan favorite here in Cincinnati, but so are the Bavarian Boys. A big, strong push up the runway, the launch, the flight, but oh no, it looked like the glider got caught. Glider very quickly became a parachute. Now listen, this promising craft we had high hopes for only notches in at 24 feet of distance from the flight deck. But the judges seem to really like this crew. The Wright brothers, the Wright sister, Wright State University, but will they have the right moves to take off and make an amazing distance off the flight deck? She hits the water almost vertically, and now second. That is our third perfect landing of the afternoon here at Flugtag, Cincinnati. Watch her fly down. She almost topples over backwards, literally right down into the water. I thought she was done for. I thought she was gonna fall off, but she absolutely sticks this landing. You gotta give it up for the engineering students. I think they might have planned this out to perfection, even though they didn't quite get the distance that they wanted to go. A human-powered craft? Are there no engines in there? Because this looks too official. Here they go off the flight deck. Let's see how she flies. A great landing into the water, but it's looking like that's about 51 feet. Maybe not enough to overtake our overall leaders thus far, just 3 feet short of their longest distance today. Now, here's a little fun fact about this plane. The pilot was actually the heaviest thing aboard this human-powered craft. The whole thing only weighed 100 pounds, so that pilot might have weighed it down just a little bit.